everyone and welcome. Thank you so much for popping in at G Crochet Off the Hook. I'm G, Geraldine, sharing a love for crochet. And today I'm not even going to attempt to explain where my head's at with regards to whips. There just seems to be too many lying around, and I have spent a week of not being able to focus on any of them properly. So I decided, why don't I have a look at some of the blankets that I have on hand and just show and share some of those projects that I've completed in the past. The first blanket that I want to share with you is a hooked on sunshine pattern that I did in 2021. This became our winter blanket and it has stuck around with us. We absolutely love this blanket. It has been made with a cotton and acrylic blend. It is extremely heavy. I used a variegated cotton and a 4-ply white acrylic yarn to run through it. It's a double bed size, and this blanket is called Lilliana. I'm not sure I'll be able to get it all in, but we will put my muscles to the test. So that's some of the edging, and it goes up. The hooked on sunshine blanket, this was a cowl I think in 2021. It starts with a round motif in the middle, and then you grow it until you can make it into a square, and then put a border on it at the end. We still love this blanket. It gets washed only once a year, once winter's over. I take it off the bed. It doesn't need more than that, and then I line dry it. But I love all these stitches that I learned along the way. So that's the hooked on sunshine Lilliana. Woo! And it is, believe me, heavy. When you lie under this, it's like being in one of those really, really fancy hotels where when you climb under the covers, it feels like they've put a weighted blanket on you. I'm going to pop that over there. And the second hooked on sunshine blanket that is ours that we swap out, I used this gorgeous mustard color. And you won't be able to see unless you could look at it really close up. That blanket actually winded me. It really is a heavy sucker. This is the other hooked on sunshine blanket. I think I folded it like an envelope. Hold on, pull this out. There we go. This one is called FOR. FOR, FOR. And I made this for home. For our home. And I'll try and open it in a sec. Another blanket. There we go. This is some of the border. I should start it from the middle. It's another massive. I can't hold it, wait. This is going so well. There we go. This one started like this in the center, and you had your square. Can't even really see what I'm showing you, and it grows and grows and grows. So this was the FOR, and This is 100% acrylic. I used the Allianz Chick, and it's another one of our favorites. Very heavy and massive. Sometimes I look at these and I go, did I really make that? Wow, okay. Whew. Put that one to the side. Then another blanket. This was just one that I whipped up last year. Hubby was away for a week, and when he got back we were hitting winter, and I made him an 8-point star blanket just to have handy on the couch for when it was nippy in the lounge. And I actually think this is, well, it's an 8-point star blanket. There's many tutorials on YouTube, but I think this was a Crochet Crowd has a pattern. So that's 8-point star blanket that was made last year that we love in the house and on the couch. And then I decided to open up one of my little tubs here and just check what did I have in the tub. And I think 2 of these blankets we will recognize that I made from this year, and the others are from last year that I completed. The one right on top here we'll recognize. This is my gorgeous Into the Desert baby blanket. It's a pattern by In My Spare Time Crochet. Just an awesome stroller size blanket, and I did make a little cactus snuggle cushion to go with it. Next we have, this is, I did make a note. This is Madison's Rainbow Baby Blanket, and it's a pattern by Melanie from M&M Crochet Designs. I can hear my cold in my chest here, which is maybe also why I haven't been able to stick to a project yet. Anyway, this is another gorgeous blanket that starts in the middle with a circle, and then you square it off and finish with a little popcorn border. And for this one, it did take me a few months to do this one because I did it on and off during the course of the year. And for this, I actually made a note. I had 2 cakes of Lion brand, and that's what I started the middle of this off with. Knew I was going to run out. I went looking for a color that was similar, and I came up with Kismet's Funky Stripes. Truth Bob, it did not give me enough yardage to finish the blanket, meters. And I dipped into a long print Kismet 67 blankets cake to finish it off with. And I actually don't think you could tell that this came from 3 different yarn types. I think I nailed sort of blending the colors together. So another one of my favorites, that's Madison's Baby Blanket by M&M Crochet Designs. Okay, which one is this? Oh, another baby blanket. I had some yarn to use up, and this was, oh yes, this was Call the Midwife Another pattern you could find on the Crochet Crowd. It's a awesome 7-row repeat, and it makes an awesome baby blanket. You can adjust the size. It was the first time I'd made one like this, and I just made a few moon tassels to put on each end of the blanket, like that. So, another awesome make. That was called the Midwife. Oh, another one you might recognize if you've seen some of my previous videos. This was I Heart Llamas, and it's another pattern by Jenny from In My Spare Time Crochet. Another beautiful baby blanket, and on this one I just did a few of the little hearts that I often crochet and added them as a tassel to the corner. And I did make something, I did, and I remember I made a little llama cushion to go with this blanket. Another blanket in here that I completed last year, and this was, this was a pattern by Baby Crochet Designs, which is a fun little animal blanket. You made all the squares, you matched the center square to the animal that it would be, a circle, the center circle, and then you just added on your little appliques that you made for it. I tweaked a few of them, and I made this awesome little safari blanket. Isn't it just cute? I think this would be a great little play mat for Bubba to lie on and play with. And I did make some Ammies to go with this. Just grabbing them quick. They're in a different tote. And these are all patterns by Renata. So I made the little lion and the little monkey holding a cloud. I think this pattern was meant to be for a baby mobile when I bought it. And the acrylic yarn that I used, even though this is with a 2.5mm hook, these came out a good size bigger than what I'd use for a mobile. And there's a gorgeous little giraffe with its little tail. And we have this sturdy elephant. So they are a gorgeous little set to go with the animal safari blanket. I think there was one more blanket in here. Now this one is just a small little, again, crib blanket. And I'm trying to think, I called it the Jelly Tots blanket. It's just a little blanket. I don't know if we'll be able to see the little raised bumps. And with this kind of variegated yarn that I used, it reminded me of like Jelly Tots. But I think this is a pattern by Creative Grandma. A super simple Lollipop baby Afghan. So it's a very small little blanket. I think I used one skein for this, with a very simple border. Just fun colors, single crochet border. I added a little 3D heart tassel on there, And this one I had paired with Pippa the Fox. Isn't she adorable? And this was a pattern by Sarah Hooks and Loops. I think she made perfect little combination. And these are projects that I did during the course of 2024 that is still in my stash. I usually hold on to my blankets, and then circumstances normally present themselves, and there's a baby shower or a christening gift or something that somebody wants. Then I don't do orders, so, and then I have a ready-made ready and just waiting to find its forever home. And when my stash does grow, then I normally just bundle a whole group together and take it down to one of the children's homes and give them for donation. And then these are not quite blankets, but they are 2 loveys I see I have in here. And this is a Sahara Dee pattern. Sahara Dee? Yes, Luna the lamb. We have this little lamb lovey, just in neutrals. This was also completed last year. This is where, when I did Call the Midwife, I got the idea to use the hearts and tassels because I thought they turned out so great together. Just little lamb loveys. Who wouldn't want to cuddle with them? So anyway, guys, that's me reminding myself on days when we think we can't tackle some things that we can, or we have already. We just need to get our energies up there and grab our hook and let the inspiration strike. And before we know it, oh, look, these had little stars on them. Sometimes I crochet so much that I forget to just take the time and remind myself that these things are possible. We just need to have our creative juices flowing and get our happy dance on with our hook and yarn. So I feel winded now. Some of these things are quite heavy to hold up. Trying to get over a little bit of a, I don't know, end of winter cold that snuck up. That's from working in the garden. And we should actually learn, we've been around for a long time, that the winter sun can be very dangerous. And I think that's what I've done, is spent too much time in the winter sun wanting to prep the garden for spring, and then you pick up a bit of whatever's in the air and you'll end up feeling a little bit lousy. No matter. I'm just glad that I was able to share these with all of you. I'd love to know which blankets you've been getting, which blankets you've made that have made you happy, or that you've kept in your home and you know you can't part with. And I'm off to have a hot brew and think about taking on a few of those whips that I have in progress. Okay guys, take care until I see you again. Thank you so much for sticking around if you did. I'm so happy that I'm not just sharing it with my lovely audience of amigurumis. Hopefully you saw something there that you might want to go and look up and have a go at as well. So, enjoy the rest of your week. Happy crocheting!